Guess what time it is? It's time to start our first dungeon build. So I found a spot out here about 1,000 blocks or so away from my current starter base. So we're gonna head out there and purchase the land so we can start building. So here we are at the forest dungeon. And basically this right here is like a peninsula and it's surrounded with water. And I wanna build something really cool over here. You can see on this map, I have this whole area I'd like to purchase. So we're gonna check out to see if we have enough money to buy this. I need 17,000 more coins. I only have 8,000 now, so that means it's time to go grind some coins in dungeons, some quests, and maybe I can find a job or two that I can do to make some money as well. And there we go, we purchased this really beautiful forest and I can't wait to get started on building something absolutely epic. To start with, I think we're gonna have to clear quite a bit of these trees. I also think we're gonna do a little bit of terraforming around here. And then I think the first build we wanna do is build some sort of bridge across there, because we gotta have some sort of entrance here. But I think that will definitely be the next thing that I'm gonna work on. This is going to be a massive project, but I am looking forward to doing it. Alright, and here we are. We did a ton of land clearing. If you see the map here, you can see this entire peninsula is going to be the area that we're building the dungeon on, and we cleared it of all the spruce trees. We also did a little terraforming, and we built this path coming down here. In that direction is the crypt, so we just joined up with a path here. And then I also built a little stone area coming out here and over there as well. And the next thing that we're going to be doing is building a nice little bridge that goes across to connect this area with the main area, and that way we can just come back and forth here really quickly and work on this build. We're trying to start laying out this area and what we want this to be. So we have a winding path. There's going to be some really big trees obstructing the view once we're done, but this is going to be the size of our mega project that we're going to be working on, or it's at least mega for me. It's going to be a fantasy mansion. There's going to be parts that go underground as well as above ground to make it a really massive project. And you can see we also extended all the land out here, and right now there's a bit of a blank spot. So I have to come back in here and add some stone cliffs to really make this, completed. You can see I started it right there, but we've been hard at work at this project, and so let's get this bridge built next. So the bridge that I was building across to this peninsula here is all completed, and we did a little bit of terrain around here. I'm going to continue to work on the terrain around there, but I am super happy with how this turned out. I used a lot of interesting color techniques, including some terracotta and diorite and covering it up with glow lichen. And I am super pleased with the final result for this build. And here we go, we can just go across here. I didn't add any sides because I figured, it actually looks a little bit nicer and slimmer. And you know, if people can't walk across 3 wide, then maybe they shouldn't be going to my dungeon. I have a lot more plans for this area. I'm gonna do a lot of custom trees, do a lot of other cool things that is gonna make this entrance look really, really amazing. But before we do that, Flip said that he has a book that he needs, and I've got a bookstore back at Maryport. So we're gonna go head over there. And see if we can help him out. Hey, Flip. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to my shop. Yeah, this is my bookshop. It's called Caster's Nook.
I love it. Cool.
I just have way too many books, so I decided I'm gonna make like a little bookstore in here. So this is what we got.
Oh, fun.
Yep, I got all the books.
These are all.
Yeah, what book do you need?
I'm after a sharpness 4.
All right, I think I have one in here. And here we go. And
how much do I owe you?
You know, I'm kind of taking diamonds right now because I'm trying to get more shulker boxes. So if you want to pay me in diamonds.
How many diamonds?
I'll do like 4 diamonds or something.
Okay. I'll
fair?
be right back. I'm gonna do my own little like magic poof.
Okay.
And whoop, I'm back.
All right, you got the 4
Just
diamonds.
like that. 4 diamonds for you.
Easy. If you ever need books, you know, I got everything except mending, basically.
Awesome.
See you later.
Matt. Love the shop.
Thank you. Now that we sold a book, let's get back to doing another little project at my base that I've been meaning to get done for a while now. So here's my starter base that I built a couple episodes ago, and we do have a path that comes out to here, but then it stops, and I need to connect it to the main path over here. That way I can ride my horse a lot easier through this. Right now it's just kind of a pain to ride through all of these trees here. So we're gonna go ahead and lay out this road, knock down some of these trees, and make a nice little path over there. And then I think I'm gonna do the same thing over here as well, since I go this direction so much, because this is out towards the crypt and all my other builds. So I think I'm going to do a nice little path that comes up through here as well, and it meets over there at the barn. So I'm going to work on that and try to get that all nice and fantastic. So we'll connect right here over to there, and then that one over to there. So it's going to be kind of like a little loop. Then the other thing is Tanisha is building off in that direction on an island, and she always comes through my base here. So I was thinking about building a nice little road that comes through here, because I think a lot of people will be using her fishing area in the future. Maybe we can even set up like a little toll booth, you know? People come through here to go over to Tanisha's. They can just drop a little gold in a barrel. I think that sounds like a fantastic idea. So now we're just gonna knock out some of these roads and really make our base a lot nicer to come to. Alright, so I completed the little paths on either side of my house, and I think it turned out really nice. Just walk around here, and there you go. That's a really beautiful view. And then up here we have another path going over there in the same direction. And then one last little thing that I built was down here. There is one more little path that goes over to a little bit of a dock. Tanisha's build is way over there in the distance, and she's constantly boating over here and asked me to build a dock. So I did that. Of course, I like diamond donations, you know, for passing by here every now and then, because I did make a really nice path that goes right through my property and over to the cult land. So that's the little dock and road. We finally finished off our area a lot better, and people can get to it from land and from sea much, much easier. All right, so here we have the bridge all nicely done, but it looks really barren and plain here. So I'm going to be building a bunch of trees around the entrance, also making this spot right here look a lot nicer by really planning out where the viewpoints are going to be. So I'm going to be putting trees on either side, making it feel a lot better around here, and also adding some other stuff before we call this bridge project all complete. So let's jump into a time lapse and get this knocked out. And there we go. We built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 custom spruce trees and really made this area come to life. I have a lot more to add over there, but I'm absolutely loving this. And I love the feel that you get when you come down the pathway between these custom trees. Actually, did I count that one? I can't remember. I might have done 8. Who knows? But I did a lot. It seems like it goes up really quick in a time lapse, but that was probably about 3 or 4 hours to build them all. I love this feeling though. You come down through here and you get the view of the bridge, which is amazing. Then you come down here and then you have the 2 on either side. And that's going to be the start of something epic over here. And my goal is to add a lot more of these trees to really make this spot over here feel really dense. So the idea is that this will all be covered in trees. So you won't actually be able to see the mansion until you come around this corner right here. And there you'll be able to see it. So a lot more big trees are going to be coming here. I want to talk a little bit about the mansion yet in this episode, because I do want to give the opportunity for people to give me ideas. So it's going to be an overgrown fantasy mansion. And if you have any ideas about mobs, maybe potential loot drops, potentially mounts, anything that you'd like to see in here, if you have any good ideas and I end up using it, that would be fantastic. And you could have just a little part in my Misadventures story. So feel free to comment any ideas on what you'd like to see in this mansion. There's going to be an above ground section, and I'm also going to have an underground section. So it's going to be quite a big dungeon, but I am really looking forward to doing it. But this was just the start. We did a lot of work. I did just move too, so I didn't have quite as much time in this episode as what I'd like. So I think that will be it for this episode. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.